one of the things that Thomas Aquinas mentions is truth is not an argument. And he also says that truth is the intellect's conformity to the thing in reality. And when we talk about and pray for the legal protection of the unborn, it has principles that are founded on simple truths. The church is not trying to argue with the world, but it is sent by Christ to teach all nations firmly the truth about sin and social ills in our cultures. And this is the sin of abortion, where fathers and mothers have a right to end the life of their child. And when this is done knowingly and intentionally, it is murder. The murdering of the innocent child. When we pray for the legal protection of the unborn, it is recognizing that everyone that is conceived is a voiceless person, where any mistreatment dehumanizes the least of our society. For the unborn are the real poor and downtrodden, the abused, the voiceless, the murdered in the daylight. These little people are the ones we need to build bridges toward, not walls. Even the abortion debate is kind of silly if you think about it. It's where the strong suppress the weak and give them no ability to speak, or at least hear their heartbeat. But there's a muzzle around the truth in this whole conversation, that we know with our mind and with our intellect, this is a child. But more to the point, the whole debate is primarily about those who are enslaved to Satan and those won by Christ. Those who do not think properly about life or think there is truth, in opposition to those who recognize truth exists and it will actually set you free. And sin is a real force of destruction. This sin especially leaves a kind of cold and evil lingering in the air of such a horrific act that numbs humanity. For a fellow human being was murdered, and instead of sorrow in a day of remembrance or any human thought toward him or her, it's called reproductive rights, and it's even the law of the land. The weak child, voiceless, crushed, and dead. But to add evil upon evil, the law of the land says that it is your right. Moreover, it's a contradiction in law itself, for law is for the protection of human beings, so that unjust people and governments may not trample upon people. But the law of abortion gives women and men the ability to trample upon their own children. What horror! What evil! The truth is, this is not a law that gives freedom and protects people to pursue a more humane life, but a disordered and dehumanizing, unjust law which should be disobeyed, that leads to the destruction of a real human being.